Let me do that again. Hi, I'm Annie Hardy. You're watching Full Psycho TV. Thank you for doing so. I appreciate it. Today on the show is something we've never done before. A guest that is like being done kind of like pro style. As pro style as you get when you live in a crazy, like living art piece and you sit in the ashtray and you're like, whoa, whoa. Know what I'm saying? So today my guest is Franki Chan. He is one of LA's premier DJs, Ace of Pentacles. He is an illustrator making comic books. You may have heard of his I Heart Comics. Actually, I don't know what to call that. I don't know what it is. I Heart Comics and Check Yo Ponytail are like organizations that are committed to having a good time. They throw parties, know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. And I used to be Franki's roommate. You know, me and Franki, we were both part of this emerging scene of people who go out and get drunk every night in Cahuenga, Hollywood area. There were a few premier clubs there, such as Star Shoes. I mean, it's a bar, let's be real. Beauty Bar, which was my favorite. Beauty Bar was very inspiring to me because they had glitter all over the walls. Matter of fact, the walls of the Beauty Bar are featured on the cover of Giant Drag's first EP, the Lamona EP. And, sorry, I'm looking for my deodorant because I haven't seen Franki in years. I don't want him to be offended by my smell when he's already going to be in shock once he walks through my house. Horse bath. So yeah, Beauty Bar was there, cover of Lamona, and the reason, actually I happen to have it right here. Convenient! So here's the first Giant Drag CD. I wish I had just put a picture on the screen so I don't have to stand here like a weirdo. Maybe I'll grab one. And there was a few emerging talents and personalities back in those days. One of them was me, obviously. No, this picture is by the Cobra Snake. The beginning of the Cobra Snake was something I definitely witnessed. In fact, I recall one day being at Cinespace, which was the third in the trifecta of awesome bars that I knew people at that I could get drink tickets from. I'm not good at multitasking right now, nor is my computer. So I was talking to Keith Morris one day at Cinespace. Name drop Keith Morris, you know him maybe from a little band called Black Flag or Off or Circle Jerks. So me and my pal Keith, we were chatting, and somebody took our picture. I saw a flash, boom, bang. And they handed me some sort of flyer that looked like a Polaroid, and it said on it, Polaroid scene, because that was the name of Cobra Snake before he was Cobra Snake. You know, Cobra Snake got sued, or threatened to be sued, by Polaroid. And this was at a big time for Polaroids. You know, shake it, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Remember that? Outcast? I'm sure you do. Anyway, times were interesting. Everything was new. My career was just beginning. And life was full of hope. I liked it. It was like the opposite of now. Just kidding. Right now is the same feeling. In fact, I believe that we're going through a cycle in the universe right now, and we're coming back to a similar place as it was back in 2003 or 4 or something. So, remember Wheatus? Putting pictures up still kills the sound? That's bullshit. Sorry, guys. I can't believe you were just hearing silence for all that time. I'm sure I didn't say anything interesting anyhow. Except I just told you what every Giant Drag song was about that people have ever asked me questions about. And I just talked shit on like 40 people all at once. Not really. Whoa, yeah, oh. Okay, guys. Question, what does HMU mean in like cell phone speak? Hit me up. Sorry, figured it out myself. Let me make sure Franki's on the way. Then I'm going to play you a new Christmas song. When Franki was my roommate, I used to get woken up at the crack of noon every day. First, let me say that I lived in a closet underneath the stairs, which people tell me is like Harry Potter. I had no lights, just a digital alarm clock, and it glowed pretty bright. Living under a staircase at night, oh, it was so scary. I just wanna get married and not have to live under the stairs anymore. Under the stairs. And that's how I felt. And then Franki moved in, and then started waking me up at noon. God, I hated that. He was playing the drums every day of my life, waking me up, stabbing me, but not with a knife. stabbed me with the sound of drums. Upstairs drumming. He lived directly over my room, and I use the word room generously, because I was, as I mentioned, living under a staircase. Shit got rough. I got tired. I'd been out DJing. I was expired. Or my time with the Korea townhouse was expired. Not to mention that Jeff from that band, whatever they're called, lived there, and he never let me use the parking spot, even though I am a girl and he's a guy. I always had to park really far away and risk my life just to walk to my closet that I lived in for $150 a month. Then the final straw that broke my little camelback. Those drums, the drums, hanging on the drums, Frankie Chan, it was him. Yeah. Frankie Chan just texted me, as I could see on the screen. 15 minutes, he says. No rush. Yes, it's very near Burbank. Both the city and the street. Burbank and Cahuenga. Oops, I should stop saying where I live on TV. If you're just tuning in to Full Psycho TV at this moment, I'm Annie Hardy. I'm just kicking it, talking about when I used to live with Frankie Chan. Oh man, that was a crazy time. Other roommates of mine included two guys named Jeff, not one, but double Jeffs, and that was crazy. One of those Jeffs was some guy I worked with. But since it's a small world, he also happened to be friends with Mike Morin, who lived upstairs. I'd always hear him snoring. That was when he was asleep. It wasn't that often. But back to Jeff. The last time that I had a job before I became a professional cum slob was in 2003, I think, at a place called Caldi. It was a coffee shop in South Pasadena, and then I had to work there. And then I said, stop, I cannot work a job. I'm a professional cum slob. I mean musician, of course. Ain't nobody up in this bitch horse. I am a bit hoarse, though. Anyway, I worked with this guy, Jeff. He was very hard of hearing and his vision wasn't that good. I called him Jeff Dumb and Blind, which in hindsight was really mean. Jeff Dumb and Blind shared the downstairs with me. I lived in a closet. Oh, can't you see I was broke? Now I couldn't even live in a closet if I wanted to, because I got too much stuff, man. But the stuff isn't mine. Well, yes it is, but it's not. More on that later. And then Frank moved in. After the other upstairs Jeff moved out. What the hell was that guy's band name? The May-She. Jeff from the May-She. He didn't want to give the parking spot to me. Oh no. Not cool, bro. I understand I only paid $125 or $50 to live in that fucking closet. Come on, man. Be a man. Be a gentleman. I could have been raped. Getting raped in Koreatown. Oh. Hope they don't go for the back door. Living in a closet. Living in a closet. It was kind of cool until I found a spider in my bed. A spider near my head. Well, where my head would be if I was in the bed. Oh no, I said. And then I saw another spider. And that's when I moved out. That was the final straw, you see. No fucking spiders allowed for me. I hate spiders, you guys. I'm going to check the social stream because I saw it move. Bitty boo. Was one Jeff good and the other evil? Says last he. Well, not so much. As one Jeff was deaf and the other one had hearing. There was Jeff Dumb and Blind, as I mentioned in that song, I called him, which, as I also mentioned, was really mean. But he did have almost no hearing, and he couldn't see very well. So Jeff Dumb and Blind is kind of funny. That doesn't make it okay. I like Jeff Dumb and Blind, and at the time, I didn't like other Jeff from the May She, just because it didn't seem like Jeff liked me. You know, that's always a major thing for all people. If one was trying to win friends and influence people, the easiest thing they could do is just like someone. And be like, you know what, Jeff, I think you're cool. And maybe Jeff would have said, Annie, you're not like so obnoxious yourself. But maybe Jeff truly didn't like me. But anyway, years later, I would go on to run into Jeff again. And under anonymous circumstances, I guess I'll say. And Jeff was pretty cool, you know? He was a nice guy. Very nice guy. I believe someone stabbed him in the pancreas, and so he didn't have a pancreas. He did when I was his roommate, he had a pancreas, but then, you know, probably somebody got mad for him not letting them use the parking spot, and they probably stabbed him. But yeah, Jeff's a real nice guy. They're both good. No evil Jeffs. It's very, very seldom that you even meet an evil Jeff, because Jeffs are such good people in general. You know, you don't get a Jeff that's like, oh, that piece of shit Jeff. You know, not really. There's just Jeffs, and then, you know, not as cool Jeffs. So you guys, before Frankie gets here, oh, last he, that's funny. He said, at least Jeff didn't hear you make fun of him. Yeah, he never will unless he's watching this and there's subtitles. I'm trying to put together a welcome back package for Frankie before he gets here. Hopefully traffic's rather bad. Frankie is at the moment doing a Kickstarter for the Check Yo Ponytail movie of, I think, a tour that they did. So I'll be asking him about that. But if you guys have any questions, ask me now and I'll write it down on those lists I've got over there. Because when people actually get here, Jeff Dahmer, good point. I guess there are undesirable Jeffs out there. But even Jeffrey Dahmer, if you remember, was supposedly a very charming serial killer. He was the one who ate people, right? Not many evil dictators called Jeff. No, it wasn't Jeff Hitler. It was Adolf, which kind of sounds like German Jeff right now, but, you know, that's all speculation. I kind of feel like going in the jam room. You know, my life is pretty cool, you guys. I get to do a lot of creating all day. Anybody could do this, but not everybody does. And when I saw Franki posted about his Kickstarter campaign on Facebook, and then I saw one of his Facebook friends was complaining about all the posts he was making and saying, like, shut up, come off it. Being mean, basically, and saying, you're spamming up my Facebook wall. It's like, first of all, who cares? Fuck Facebook. That is like the ruination of our time. The internet and cell phones, as I sit here on an internet television show, texting Franki with my cell phone. I see the positives for sure. I train myself to look for the positives nowadays instead of the negatives. Because there's always negatives, but there's also always positives and silver linings. And if you train your brain, it's called, I believe, cognitive behavioral therapy. Except I just did DIY style cognitive behavioral therapy because I can't afford to be going to see pros. Well, so anyway, now I'm able to be happy because I stopped only looking at the negative aspects of things. And in becoming happy, I've figured out how truly possible it is for anybody to adopt the life of a artist, creative artist, professional one. I mean, you have to be willing to take sacrifices, like constantly every day. When you want to go eat at some fancy restaurant, you got to be like, can't be crazy with the money at the mo. But maybe you can. Who knows? When you limit yourself and when you do wise choice things to keep from fucking yourself, there's a small little gray area in the middle. But I've digressed big time. What I was trying to say was that I saw Franki Chan on there, trying to live the dream like me. And I saw him getting bullied, basically, by some guy. A troll, if you will. A chupacabra. And I said, you know what? Fuck this, man. Fuck people trying to be too cool for school. That's not what it's about. It's about Franki's putting himself out there to try to do something awesome with his friends. Which is exactly what I'm trying to do over here at Full Psycho. Do something awesome that can be done with a group of people that ultimately is for the greater good of, humanity. Which sounds a little more epic than maybe it should, but not really. It's like the greater good is whatever benefits all of us. And all of us, absolutely everyone, every person watching this is a artist. Whether you do computer type crap or you make music or you make drawing kinds of art, or even if you're a chef, you, my friend, are an artist. And you're put here on this planet to express yourself and to live true to who you are inside, which is your true identity. I'm not my race, my gender, my name even. I'm not Annie Hardy in this dress, from Giant Drag. I'm not any of those things. I'm just a being with limitless potential to love limitlessly and infinitely, and I'll exist infinitely. And while I'm here on the planet, I can best serve others by being honest to myself, to them, and expressing myself. And if someone doesn't like it, tough shit. And also, if someone doesn't like it, they would probably need to examine why they don't like it. What I say that bothers them is obviously going to be striking a chord somewhere where they have some issues themselves. Because you cannot, it's all about us, you guys. Everything in our lives is all just like some aspect of some part of us, whether it's deep down in the shadows or right up on the surface. When I see like a quirky girl who's maybe like weird or playing music or something, either I'm going to be instantly drawn to that person and want to be their friend, or I'm going to be put off by them for some reason. And it's, say I'm put off by them and I don't like some girl who likes cats and sings songs and is an amazing freestyle rapper. I would have to go deep down and look and say, why don't I like this bitch? And it would probably be because there's some aspect of my own self that I still have yet to realize, like that I'm ashamed of being a woman, or some shit that I won't even get into right now. But it's all stemming from me. And when I say it's all about me, that's not a bad thing. Our society has trained us to think that we're supposed to be like these selfless martyrs to be good people, and that it's egomaniacal to be any other way. But it's not, because through understanding myself better is how I can understand others better and better help to make other people happy, When I hang out with people, especially in the past 2 years, the universe always sends either the perfect vibrational match of somebody who's going, I can't tell you, actually the bitch who spray painted this hat, she had just been through exactly to a T the same experience as me. And I didn't think that that was even possible. But it was through spending the time with her that I did that I learned, that I wasn't alone. And I was also able to get a new zest for playing music. Very close, says Frankie. Cool. Doors open. Anyway, if you guys are interested in learning about that kind of stuff, obviously that's what I talk about on the Sunday show, Waking Up is Hard to Do with Giant Drag. A show dedicated to spirituality, spiritual awakenings, and the constant search for meaning in this crazy old world. Skee-bee-bee-boo-boo. Let's see. Frank said, you're right, Annie. Being able to create and share your art is totally worth the sacrifices. I'm with you on that, miss. Thanks, Frank. I knew you were. It's really not hard. People always, when confronted with, I'll always confront people and say, you hate your job, why don't you quit? And, why don't you just go for it? You're young, but you're not that young. And next thing you know, life will be over. So why not do what you want right now? Because everybody's constantly saying, well, next year I'll be able to afford to do this, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, you can afford to do whatever right now. It truly is all up to you. Life will work out. You just have to believe. And maybe you guys saw on FullPsychoRecords.com some dumb little quote thing I posted. I misspoke, and I said to Monty a while back, I said, I'll see it when I believe it. And she laughed, and I was like, oh, that's kind of true, huh? You will see it when you believe it. All you have to do is believe that something's true, and the universe, it manifests for you. Because we are now officially, scientifically proven, ruled by the law of attraction. Not unlike the law of gravity, the law of attraction states that the woman who described it to me best was this crazy, like, not crazy, but like, she had giant tits. She was like 60 years old, maybe. And I ran into her around this time last year at Ralph's down the street. And we kept passing each other in like 2 aisles. And then she said something to me. Or maybe I said something to her. I was buying this mini hay bale, which is now in my living room looking way cute. And I said, I just can't help myself. And then we got into a conversation, and she was telling me about the law of attraction. I don't even know why. Sometimes the universe just speaks right through someone. And this woman was her and all her mom and grandma were astrologers. And she told me about, Gemini stuff, but she really was talking about the law of attraction. She said, the universe loves you, and the universe wants you to be happy. So whatever you focus on, the universe brings that to you, So, but the universe doesn't know negative. So if you say, I don't want to be broke, I don't want to be broke, all the universe hears is broke, 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 or I don't want to be sick. Last he said, are you into Abraham Hicks' law of attraction? I haven't really gotten into that guy very much. I think it's all the same, though. All the law of attraction and all the different people. Like the guy who wrote Celestine Prophecy, I just kind of started looking into that stuff because he also wrote about those control dramas that me and Caitlin were I think, just reading you off the internet last night. So, yeah, they're all the same. And let me tell you why. Because they're divine wisdom. Some people are able to tap into the collective unconscious of all humanity, which is what makes, like the laws of the universe, gravity and whatnot. I guess back in the day, people were like, oh shit, what goes up must come down, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do justice to what I'm talking about, but like, there's these things called the Akashic Records, and that is like records of, they're not real physical things, but it's like every thought, an idea that you've ever had, that anyone's ever had, has been thought of before, and it's, recorded in this other dimension plane or something, and it's possible to tap in. Frankie! This way!
Where are we going?
Follow my voice! Hi!
Hi, this is my friend Apple.
Hi, Apple.
Hi there. Hi.
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 Come on in.
We online right now?
We are. We're live on Full Psycho
Hey.
TV. This is Frankie. Hi, Apple.
Hi.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Good.
Wait, where are you guys coming from?
Well, I don't know if you've ever thrown a telethon, but there's...
I've tried. I gave up about halfway through it. Did yours keep going the whole time?
Yeah, it did. We did all 8 hours.
Oh, yeah? Did you meet your goal yet?
No,
Not yet?
we're definitely going to lose, I think. Unless
Oh, no.
unless there's someone out there online that wants to come through with,
How much money's left?
I need another $23,000.
Oh, shit.
I know.
Whoa, kitty cat.
Oh, that's Chorley. You should
So-
have done a Indiegogo.
I know I should have.
That's like Kickstarter, but if you don't meet the goal, you still get to keep the money.
We actually had It's funny, we worked on the Kickstarter thing for like months, and
Yeah.
then right before we launched it, someone
Oh, yeah.
put me in touch directly with someone that works at Indiegogo, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll help you through the whole process." And we thought about it, and I was like, "Well, we've already everything says Kickstarter. We've already put in all this work, and it's like, well, let's just try it. Let's just go for it."
You could always do a second one if you don't make the goal.
We could, yeah, and I feel like we didn't even figure out how to do it right until like 2/3 of the way in.
I feel like that with everything I do. It's like once I'm about done with it, then I feel like, oh, I know how this works. But unfortunately, like I did an Indiegogo for this giant drag farewell tour that I did,
Yeah.
and I was asking for like 10 grand or something ridiculous, but I could have used all that money. Ended up not really needing any of it. I still haven't sent out the perks. So actually, you might be getting lucky with this, Frankie, because I just sent out my first perks, and I was back from the tour in September. Oh, God. And, like, people are starting to hate me, and I'm realizing more and more lately that you can do everything yourself. Like, once you just, like, basically believe in it, the universe just kind of unfolds before you, sets
Totally.
it all up. So why don't you tell them what the movie is about?
Well, the movie is about this project that I do called Check Your Ponytail. Something we've been doing off and on for about 7 years now. We did a tour 2 years back, and we filmed the whole thing.
That's cool.
And realized through all the trials and tribulations of that tour that we had kind of a cool story.
Yeah.
Because there was like a lot of fights, and not everything went well. It's not like, we won this cool tour and we're really cool. It's like, we worked really hard on the scene. It was kind of a mess.
Yeah.
It ended up being really something awesome and special, but the process to like get there was not easy. you know?
Yeah.
And so, but we kept the cameras rolling like after that. We filmed every single Check You ever. We're working on another tour now, and we just kind of figured like there's a story here because there's been a lot of artists through, and
Yeah.
there's like a lot of people, including your band, have played
Yeah.
Check You over the like years, and
Yeah, it really is a big thing. I was telling my boyfriend about it, and like I said, oh, my friend Frankie is coming on. I said, Frankie Chan. I think he's like, oh, I know him. Yeah, we used to go to his parties, and I was like, whoa, really? Because he's like, he's a white rapper, and so I was like, that's weird. Like,
But you're dating a white rapper?
yeah, but
Right.
I'm a white rapper now. not full time, but I'm pretty good at it. I wish I could make you able to hear. I was gonna queue up a video or something, but we can't hear it for some reason while it's happening. Let's check the social stream, see if there's any questions. Stubadoo. We're on a slight delay with them. Did you go live on Ustream yesterday for your telephone?
It was on Justin.tv.
What's Justin.tv?
It's like Ustream.
Oh, who's
But-
Justin though?
I don't know. We debated between both, and Justin has a little bit of a bigger like natural audience. We were able to get on the front page.
Oh wow. Ustream has like Martha Stewart and shit, and it costs like $999 a month just to have a pro account.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy.
That's really expensive.
I just had to pay for unlimited storage for videos. I'm gonna have to check this out.
It was pretty cool. It was the telethon was a weird experience because as far as actual money raising,
Mm-hmm.
we didn't really do all that well.
Really?
I think we raised like around $2,000.
That's still pretty good though. I've noticed that people are not willing to part with cash these days.
No, but the crazy thing is we had 160,000 people watch.
Whoa, that's amazing. You know where you can make
Yeah.
all your money? It's advertising.
Well, now we know that there's an
Yeah.
audience for it. So like all day long, everyone's been like, well, the Kickstarter project maybe failed, but maybe we uncovered something that
Yeah.
is like our true talent.
I think this is the future. I hung that congratulations sign for you, by the way. Because whether or not you meet the goal, you still succeeded in, putting yourself out there to create shit in the
Totally.
face of, like, boners like that guy I saw commenting on your Facebook. And maybe he was joking or whatever, but, like...
No, that was a shitty comment.
Yeah, it
He's
sucks.
like, yo, stop. Like, he was like, shut up or something.
Yeah, he's like, come off it, like, enough. And it's like, no, dude, don't you get it? Like, you're sitting at your job probably somewhere, hating your life and taking it out on other people who are, like, really, it takes a lot of bravery to do what we do and be creative, like, artists that are practically homeless people with, like, you know, cool clothes.
That's true.
Like, look at how I live. If there wasn't walls, I would be, like, homeless, definitely. But, you know, I have this place so that people can come in to Full Psycho headquarters and, like, literally anything that either you wanted to do right now, I could probably make that happen. Like, anything you wanted to create, there's a studio in that room. This is the crafts room. I do Reiki energy healing now.
What's that?
It's like, it's a form of energy healing with the hands where, like, I can touch in someone's auric field and, like, feel, I'm trying to do Frankie, see if he's got any pains or something. But, like, it's part of the 7 chakra system. Like, if your chakras aren't all spinning at a harmonious frequency, that's where your health ends and begins, is your chakras. They're like energy vortexes. So, say if your heart chakra is closed because you were very hurt by someone, your whole system's going to be off, and that's how you get sick. That's where all illness comes from. And, yeah, you got the crown, the third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and the root chakra, right in your privates. So it's been very interesting. I've also got these cool dowsing rod things that can, people use these to, like, search for water, buried water in the ground. But you can also hold them in someone's chakra because you're etheric.
So you're like using them to, like...
Yeah. Oh, look. Okay, so Frankie's right here. This means you've got a lot of love coming out, but not going in. Not that people don't love you, that you don't accept. You're not open to receive, so to say. You know, which we all are.
So that opened up because...
It opened like this because it's supposed to look like this if everything's in good shape. But it went like this because he's got it coming out, but not as much letting it come in. Let's see what else we got. You have one chakra. See?
It's doing the same thing.
Same thing on the solar plexus.
What does that mean?
That's a good question. Solar plexus is your, like, relationships one, which that would make sense if you're not, you know, you're giving all the love out, but you're wary because you live in LA and people are pieces of shit out here about letting anyone in. Let's see, let's get this root chakra. Root chakra's looking good. Letting it in, pulling it out, good.
But what's that for? What's a root chakra?
Root chakra is your junk. That's like your ego, your sense of entitlement to be in the world.
Sure.
So yours is in good shape. And then I don't know what the sacral is about, but looks like that one's in good shape too. It's running a little weak. We'll do the throat chakra. Oh, opposite of the heart. So you've got, I gotta look that one up because I'm not sure.
Was the throat like what you're saying?
Yeah.
What you're expressing?
But that one's got it so that it's coming in, but not, so maybe you're not always able to say what you want to be saying. You hold back times. Okay, third eye.
Well,
Good shape there. And crown.
What does the third eye mean?
Third eye is your intuition and your, like, mostly your intuition. And then your crown chakra is your connection with, like, something bigger than yourself. And yours is in good shape. Now, want to see something cool? Try moving these with your mind. Whoa. How does that happen? That's one thing my friend started moving them with his mind. I was like, how the fuck are you doing that?
hi, kitty. I love your cat.
Oh, thanks. That's Charlie.
Got 2 different color eyes.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
One's like an orange eye. It's so weird.
Yeah. I think all calico cats have that.
Taco test?
Yeah.
Oh, I have to tweet real quick that I'm on the show, and,
Oh, yes.
and also that how much time we have left on this thing.
Let's see, what time is it? I keep it pretty loose, so.
Well, it says right here for the Kickstarter. We still
Oh,
have
yeah.
2 hours left.
2 hours left. I'll post it on the Ustream thing. I'm gonna play them, the viewers, a little video of me and Caitlin doing Girls Just Wanna Drink Cum. All right. Come, come, come. Come and see me if you wanna get you some of girls. Wanna drink? Come home in the morning light. Mother says, when you gonna live your life right? Mother dear, you know we're not the fortunate ones. And girls, we wanna drink cum. Oh, girls, we wanna drink cum. Just like you, Mom, I come home in the morning light. Daddy says, when you're gonna live your life right. Oh, Daddy, you know you're still number one. But this girl, she wants to drink some. That's all we really want. It's some cum. When the working day is done, girls want to drink cum. Yeah. Come back. And we're back on Full Psycho TV. Frankie Chan is here talking about his Kickstarter movie project that he's got going called Get Amongst It. Why is it called that, Frankie?
It's called Get Amongst It because on the Czechia tour that we did, one of the bands, the Death Set, kept saying "Get Amongst It." Like every time we were about to do anything, they're from Australia,
Mm-hmm.
and every time we were gonna do some shots, go to a party, play a show, play pranks on people, get kicked out of the airport, get into a fist fight at a house.
Yeah.
Always getting amongst it.
It's like
And
going off.
Basically.
Sounds like, yeah.
And that was like the tour catchphase, and by the end of the tour, everyone was
Getting
saying
amongst it.
Get Amongst It. I think 3 of the 4 artists made songs that had
Cool.
Get Amongst It in it. You know, it was like such a big thing, and I haven't heard it. No one really uses it.
No,
not
that
even
is
still.
a new one.
But it's but I like that phrase a lot, and it actually
I do too.
came in handy a lot with all the Kickstarter stuff, because it was like a good catchphrase to have. It's,
Yeah.
it's like donate to our Kickstarter, like Get Amongst It.
Yeah, totally. Do you know how I'd be able to find that old picture of us where you're biting my cheek?
Oh yeah, I think it's on my what website? Just frankiechan.com.
Okay, cool. Frank says, digging your Soft Metals shirt, Frankie.
Thanks.
What's Soft Metals?
Soft Metals is a band that were from Portland that moved to LA. They're on Capture Tracks, and they're kind of like a weird gothy electronic duo from this boy and girl.
Oh, lots of duos. I don't remember duos being so prevalent back in the day. And when I say back in the day, I of course mean 2003. That day. Last night I
What are
made
you talking about? Your band was a duo.
Yeah, that was true. But like before that, I felt like it was just maybe White Stripes and the Kills.
Oh yeah. Well, I feel like it's like as technology's kind of popped up, you know, it's become easier. Like here's a photo right in the front
Oh, look!
of me, you, Steve Aoki, and Jay Clark.
Who's Jay Clark?
Jay Clark played in the band's Pretty Girls Make Graves.
Oh, Oh, Jay! I went on tour with them. That's
Yeah.
something I should probably know.
So it's gonna be in one of these folders.
Oh,
And
awesome.
there'll probably be a lot of photos of you.
Back in the Beauty Bar days where the cover of the Lamona EP was taken. Although, in hindsight, why did my hand have to look like that? You remember when I carried a knife all the time, Frankie?
Yeah.
That was dangerous. I just saw Ted Beck, the original white rapper.
Yeah. There's a lot of crazy photos because I was taking all those Polaroid photos
Yeah.
back then, so I archived all of them.
Dang, that's cool. You think that Cobra Snake copied you?
No, he was doing his own thing. I would be
Remember how he was Polaroid scene? Oh, look, there's
I know.
one. I want to pull that one into the thing. Not that one. Right there. You and me. Updated photo time. I think I got to drag it to the desktop if that's allowed. Cool. These are great photos. All right, guys, I'm going to show you a photo, which means the sound's going to go off for a second. Look at that! Crazy! Oh, wait, how did we get on the wrong side? Let's switch back again. Hold on, I'll show the photo again. So close. What? How does it seem like we're never on the right side?
Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
No! That's an Annie Hardy technology problem right there. That was weird. Remember how the, Cobra Snake was called Polaroid Scene at first?
Yeah, and then he got sued by Polaroid.
Yeah. Or did he just get cease and desisted?
Well, he got cease and desisted. I don't think he actually ever totally got
That's how
sued.
you know that you're onto something good, is if somebody cease and desists your ass.
It's true.
How many nights a week do you think you went out?
This is one of my favorite photos of Steve.
Oh my God. Steve used to get slammered. Oh my God. Oh, that's so good. Is that from the Coachella party
Yeah.
where he fell off the curb? That's
Yeah.
one of my favorite memories from back then. Oh my God.
He was so
Steve.
wasted at that party.
Yeah, I love people named Steve, I think. It's just
Steve.
like a thing, Steve. Yeah, I remember I was walking behind him, and he did one of those things where, you don't
Let me
know
see the
there's
photo
a
of you guys.
curb.
Where did it go?
You can click on it right
Oh,
there.
here. And then, it's not in this folder. It's probably in this one. If it's not, then it's on my Facebook, and we can find it.
We got to recreate that photo in still form before you leave. I just did that with one of my fans on the Giant Drag Tour. He had come to a show 7 years prior, and then he showed up with the picture. So we held the picture and took a new picture. And I was like, oh man, I'm 7 years older. That sucks. So what do you do, Apple?
That's a good question. I do a lot of things. I'm just kind of, I skateboard. And
That's
that's how I get
cool.
around. I usually, wander around. Just, get myself into a lot of,
Adventuring?
yeah, adventuring. Just hanging out with people and just, being young. Not
That's
really.
cool. How old are you?
I just turned 20 in
Whoa.
September.
Dang, to be 20 again.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I try to live
Okay.
in the now.
Ah.
That's you right there.
Yeah, that is me. Didn't you make a flyer with
Yeah.
a drawing?
Based on that photo, yeah, I did.
Ah. I wish there was a way that people could see it at the same time as we see it. I think there is, but I'm not that technologically
What you have
advanced.
to do, you have to mirror your screen.
Oh, yeah.
Then they'll see all the open porn websites in the background.
Even better.
Yeah. What is
You
that
can't be
photo
so
of?
secretive now.
What? Oh, that's from that same.
Is that Steve again?
No,
Oh,
Oh.
what is that? Is that
Oh, that's a
puke?
banana in someone's butt.
it's a banana.
Ew.
Is that AIDS?
That's Adrian.
Oh my God, I gotta drag this on the desktop. I saw AIDS last summer. I was fairly out of my mind last summer, but we went out
that
to
was
dinner.
that same. That was insane.
That was an insane Coachella.
There
I
was-
saw
there was
Steve
like-
eating
there's like-
shit.
There's 10 of us that shared the same room, and then it just got fucking
Yeah.
super gnarly the whole time.
I have a photo. Fuck, I might even have it in my photo album. Of AIDS earlier that night. because I don't know if you recall, me and Mike Morin and Danny from Rolling Blackouts, and like somebody else, were all driving.
Is that fucking...
Yeah.
Okay.
And we like stopped at the party just long enough to see Steve eat shit off that curb and like make a horrifying noise, and to see Adrian getting out of the pool wearing his white boxer shorts and being all see-through. Whoa. Alright. And then we went off to adventures unknown, but we ended up just back at the house in Koreatown.
Yo, I just got a new backer.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Hells yeah, I hope it was one of my fans of the show.
There you go. Here's another photo of you with your old drummer.
Oh yeah, Micah, and that's the bass player from 9 Black Alps, Martin. Man, it was cool doing all that stuff. I don't feel like times are
It was
the
a big
same.
bag of cocaine.
Whoa, there's Callie DeWitt and Megan.
Yeah, back when they did it.
Nothing's the same, but everything's similar. Oh, I just saw Hardcore Dave not too
Oh
long
yeah.
ago.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
He looks exactly the same.
I know, and I even saw him at that bar that none of us ever went to, right across from Beauty Bar.
Oh really?
What is that place where they have shows? Hotel
Yeah.
Cafe.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking Burgundy Room, but I meant Hotel Cafe. There's Jonah.
I was with him yesterday. He was on our telethon.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
That's cool. What about Jonah Ray? Did he come by?
Yeah, that's the Jonah that was on the telethon.
Oh, that's who you're talking about. I thought
Yeah.
you meant Hardcore Dave was on the telephone.
Oh no.
That wouldn't make as much sense, really, would it?
That would be crazy.
Jonah, he got married, huh?
Oh yeah, he did.
You know, you are the reason I became Jonah's roommate partially, Frankie, because after you moved in and started playing the drums, waking me up at the crack of noon daily, I was like, that combined with, I found 2...
Oh yeah, I forgot I had this drum
spiders.
set in my bedroom. So
Yeah, you did. So I'd wake up and hear like, ah.
I'd play punk rock music for 3 hours.
Yeah, and I'd be like, fuck, this is a problem. And then I found 2 spiders on 2 occasions in my bed, and I left.
It's not in here. I don't think it's in my older one, so it's got to be on my Facebook.
Yeah. I can never find anything I need right when I need it.
Real Frankie Chan. Oops.
Somebody found another Urban Outfitters shirt of mine.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. Wait, selling right now?
I don't know. That looked like it. Like, people all over the world have sent me pictures like, hey, this guy's wearing your face.
What's that from?
And Dan Monick took that photo.
But he sold it to someone?
Yeah, he sold it to Urban Outfitters.
And you don't get any of the rights for it?
No.
You should.
I know, that's what I thought. Dan's disappeared. You know, I don't know if it's a coincidence that Dan Monick's, if you just put his first letter, is demonic. Maybe he's a demon and he disappeared to the underworld, because ever since this shirt's popularity has taken off, I can't find it. Actually, he said that he got a bum deal on the thing, but they made 2 shirts with my face on it.
Really?
Yeah. Another one was from like the first ever photo shoot that me and Dan did together.
You should definitely be getting paid for that.
I would think so. I think I just get the shit end of the stick frequently, and so I just like don't even question it anymore.
It's going to be in one of these folders then. It's going to be some of the same photos, but I know there's some other ones in here. Because I guess I didn't add that one. There's a good one of you and Jonah.
Oh yeah, I love
That was a
one.
flyer too. Guess I didn't add some of those other photos because Mike took it. Like I didn't take it, you know.
Oh right, because that would be hard to take the photo and be in it.
Yeah, and claim that it was mine.
Right. Well, I had some questions that got submitted before the show.
Oh yeah?
I've already asked you one. Another question is, who's your favorite LA band right now?
Ooh. My favorite LA band right now. Maybe IO Echo.
IO Echo.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're really great live.
What are they all about? What kind of music is
They're kind of like gothier rock kind of stuff. Oh, you know what? No, my favorite LA band right now is Youth Code.
Youth Code.
Yeah,
I feel like I've heard that name once before.
they're like super dark goth punk rock stuff. They're like it's like a boy girl duo. So we're back to that again, and yeah, they're really great live, and their album's awesome, and they're getting a lot of good buzz.
How does one get buzz nowadays? Because I feel like
The internet.
Yeah, but which sites? Like not Pitchfork anymore, or yeah.
Sure. I mean, Pitchfork's still relevant, of course. I think it's like a lot of word of mouth, you know.
Yeah.
Wait, Tumblr? Yeah, totally.
Big blog.
I think like it's a lot more things like Tumblr, Reddit, like things like that. Where
Just having a bunch of individual people write about. Okay, that makes sense, and that kind of is more fair. I like that.
Blogs and that kind of stuff are still relevant and do have an impact, but there's so much industry trickery when it comes to that kind of stuff. You really can't tell what the reality is until you show up.
Yeah, and then if you show up and nobody else has showed up, you'll know you've just been pay-to-play style Pitchfork. Pitchfork actually says on their website now that, like, hey, if you want us to review your album, like, you can pay for that.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it's pretty gnarly. And the general consensus of the world is moving into a more, like, people are not wanting to accept shit that's fake. We're moving into a consciousness of transparency.
Which I think is good.
I think it's great, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've never really honored the fourth wall at live shows. I always kind of just broke it down, talked to the audience, talked to the fans as if they're normal people instead of, like, peons or something. And I remember getting interviewed about it all the time. People would be like, you have such a crazy thing that you do where you, like, email your fans. Why do you do that? It's like, because they email me and I press reply because I don't know the difference between, like, them and
other people.
Yeah, because they're people.
I think that kind of stuff is like really funny when people like freak out about it. It's like it's like like I was a kid trying to play in a band and trying to get started. I was a kid trying to like learn how to be in the entertainment industry and learn how to book shows and learn how to do all those things. And if it wasn't for people that took the time to talk to me as if I was a person, not as if I was like a stupid fan, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, exactly.
And so like I think it's important to treat people with respect in that way. I mean, if someone's a dipshit, then I'm not going to talk to them. But if someone's super cool and like straightforward, like why not? Like there's no reason not to.
Yeah, exactly. I've had fans move into my house. I mean, that was not a good idea.
That seems intense.
That's a little too close to home, but I was a little full cycle at the time when it did happen. So, but whatever, it helped. It's all part of the journey. But like, I hang out with fans and I jam with them. Frank, who's watching right now, he's one of those people that I like. She's like, oh cool, let's jam. You live in Orange County? Come on up. We'll go to the studio. Because, like, I don't see a difference. The first giant drag show at the scene, the crowd was only my friends. So I think that made me just associate anybody in the crowd as being somebody who's, like, a friend of mine.
Yeah.
His name I might not know. Somebody asked if I was a bad roommate to have.
Were you? Oh, when we were roommates.
Yeah.
No, you were awesome. Actually, I always wished that we like hung out more.
Yeah. That's time.
But I feel like especially in that moment, like you were real busy with your band and getting that going, and I was real busy trying to get IR Comics going, and so like there was like a limited amount that we got to like to hang out directly.
Right.
But it was always fun. Like that environment in the house was cool because there was a lot of characters there.
There really were. There was Jeff Gunn and Blind, as I used to call him, which is very mean, I now realize.
Which is someone I actually like maybe talked to once, like the whole year.
Oh, really?
There were like 2 roommates that I never talked to.
Who was the other one? The other Jeff?
Yeah, well.
Oh, I thought he was gone.
Are
by
you
the time
talking about Jeff Macy?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I talked to him.
Oh, yeah. I ended up seeing him later and talking to him more than I ever did when we lived with him.
But the other guys that were like downstairs, like I talked to you and Shane, and then there were like 2 other guys that were
There
downstairs.
were? How many people lived in this place?
A lot of people live there.
Fuck, that's crazy. Let me check the social stream real quick. I feel like we got some questions that I didn't ask. That is hit the... Oh, yeah, right here. Nope. Try that Ustream one. Are there any stories that you wanted to put in the film but couldn't? And could you share that story now? Uh-oh, let me click mute on this shit. Endless delay.
No, there aren't any stories that we couldn't put in the film yet because we haven't finished making it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You
So,
gotta
I mean,
gotta kickstart it. Well, what do you need the money for?
if anything, I'd say every story,
Yeah.
you know, is a story that I'd love to put in the film that I haven't had a chance to.
Is there a standout one?
No, you know, I don't know what wouldn't make it yet because there's still a lot of things that need to be on the that you know I wouldn't know till we get there
Right.
and cut it.
You said that there were fights. Did you get any like big fights on film?
Oh yes.
Really?
Yeah. We had this one day on tour. We played a show in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
The tour was Spank Rock, Big Frida, The Death Set, and Picture Plane.
Mm-hmm.
And all Picture Plane, The Death Set, and Big Frida had all played. And during Spank Rock's set, we played 2 songs. And someone in the audience threw ice at him during his second song. So it was kind of more of a like club, and they weren't really feeling our more like.
Oh, they couldn't dance.
Yeah, they wanted like techno music, and we were doing like hip hop and shit. So Spank Rock jumped off the stage onto his bottle service table and grabbed his bucket of champagne and chucked it on the like stage. And this guy like was pissed off. He got up, grabbed Spank Rock. His hype man jump punched this guy off the stage. Like jumped up and just like in this rich guy's face, and the whole crowd erupted in a huge fucking brawl. And,
oh my gosh!
And our tour manager ran upstairs and was like, "It's a fucking fight. We're out of here now." And so he like grabbed us all like Big Frida and her dancers, the Death Set guys, Picture Plane, us and our crew, like ran downstairs, grabbed all the shit. We just like we grabbed everything because we had been paid, so we didn't need to like wait. So like fuck these guys, we're fucking out of here.
Yeah.
We like went outside. We went and grabbed the like vans to like pull the van around because we had some like, gear that they had to like go out still. And we pulled the van right out front, and when we were trying to take out the like gear, Big Frida went in the van, threw on some like bounce tracks, you know, some like Big Frida like booty bounce tracks. And Big Frida and her dancers started an impromptu bounce party on the sidewalk.
Whoa!
They were climbing on the bus stop. They were in the street, like making cars stop and climbing on the cars and just like doing the shit.
Oh
you know?
my god!
And
That sounds so cool.
And they're like on the van, and we gathered around like 300 people, and all of us are like, "Fuck this fucking club!" And we got fucking asses in the air, like doing all this shit. And then at around like 1:30, we realized that. There was a house party that we wanted to like go to, and if we didn't leave really soon, we were gonna miss an opportunity to buy booze and go to this house party.
Right.
So like mid booty dance party, like we're just like everyone in the van now. We have to like go. Music stopped. Everyone got in the van. We just like left this crowd. This kid whose party it was, whose house we were going to, jumped in the van with us. We went and bought some like booze. Now on the way to his house, this kid puked in our van.
Oh
and like got this like
Ew.
basically the tension of the night was like rising, right? So
Right.
there's one fight, booty bounce, and this kid fucking pukes in our van, and everyone's like, what the fuck
you know. So we got to this kid's house. We made this drunk kid that puked in our van clean up his own puke, and then we went in the house party. About 20 minutes after being in the house party, one of the kids who puked in our van's friend started some shit with Johnny from the Death Set's friend. And Johnny took a full beer and chucked it at this kid's head. And then he tried to attack him, and Johnny just started wailing at this guy. It's like in his face, and we have this whole thing on tape. Basically, all 18 of us mobilized to fight like all 18 of this other kid's friends.
Shit.
And it was a huge, like a second huge brawl of the night.
Oh my god.
In this kid's house, and everything on the walls was torn down and shattered. The entire banister, like there was a stair banister that like went up the stairs, torn down.
Oh
Like
my
we
God.
trashed this kid's house, and then our tour manager mid fight was like, "Everyone in the van now, let's fucking go." And we all just stopped fighting and got in the van and left. And then we're like, "Well, San Diego."
Whoa, that's crazy. You know what? That makes sense because I'm from Orange County, which is just a bit north of San Diego,
Yeah.
and like, it sounds pretty similar.
San Diego is probably the most violent town that I've ever been to. The
That's
three
so
different
weird.
occasions I've been there, I've been in fistfights.
Jesus, man.
You know, like there's the other time I was there during Comic-Con, which is
A Comic-Con fist fight?
Comic-Con street brawl.
Oh my god. Oh, that's incredible.
Like during Comic-Con, which is like 100,000 nerds.
Yeah.
But it's 100,000 nerds seeding into the gas lamp, right?
Right.
Which is all like military people and frat guys.
Right.
We had thrown a party in San Diego, and after the party, me and my girlfriend and my intern were like chilling on the curb. We were just like waiting on a car or like I'm not really sure what we were doing, but we were tired. We sat down the curb and we're waiting to maybe go to like the after party, and these 5 guys like walk up and start talking to our intern and my girlfriend, and they like start talking shit, and I like get in this guy's face and like, yo, like leave us to like fuck alone.
Yeah.
And he tried to punch me, and I dodged it, and then I punched him, and his friend grabbed me and threw me across.
Whoa!
And then my intern got into it, and then it was like 5 guys against us 3.
Oh my god.
And the cops came and broke it up.
Whoa.
And then we're just like, what the fuck, man? This is like, San Diego is the craziest fucking town I've ever been to.
Jeez, man.
Not because it's fun, because
because people are insane down there.
super insane.
It's too close to that nuclear power plant, man. That's why. Because in San Clemente where I live, that's right up on the nuclear tits. You're like living there, growing a tail all the moments that you're like breathing.
Yeah.
And like people are angry, they want to fight, they want to do heroin just to calm down.
Sure.
And there's nothing to do down there is the problem. Not a goddamn thing to do. It's so boring.
Well, you know, like that tour story, that's just like 1 out of 10 days. And it was like that almost every day. We had 2 blizzards. We had an earthquake that happened on the tour. We like missed a flight and had to get like 20 people on the next flight.
Oh my God.
And then almost got kicked off that plane for like someone from the Death Set trying to start a fight with someone on the plane.
Oh my gosh.
We filmed a movie with Ryan Gosling.
Oh my God.
In Austin, Texas, and hung out with Ryan Gosling all day long, and
I wish I was in that movie.
smoked weed and a bunch of weed with them, and wrestled a bunch.
Did Ryan Gosling have sex with any of the girls on the tour?
No, he was hanging out with
some actress bitch.
Like TV at the time.
Oh. No, that's too bad. I don't know why. I don't know what that means.
But it was just, you know, a lot of chaos.
Sounds
the
like
whole time.
it.
It's true cast of characters, and you take the whole thing.
That's great.
And that's just how the movie starts.
Wow.
You know, so.
Is there like a uplifting ending or something?
Well, kind of, but we haven't filmed it yet.
Oh, right.
So we filmed about half for like moving. That's why we were trying to raise money to get the other half.
Hmm.
Oh, let's see how much that person donated. Maybe they gave me $20,000.
Yeah, maybe they dropped the whole twin. You know,
Gotta
I've
be
been in a
sick.
fist fight this year.
What happened?
My old roommate, who is also the vice president of Full Psycho, we were out doing one of our other shows called Band Car, which is the only live music show broadcast out of a moving car. And we were at Spaceland.
No, just $5.
Oh, son of a bitch. Donate, guys, if you're watching, and if anyone has 20 grand,
100 minutes left.
100 minutes left, the countdown's on. Oops. I think it's gonna get made no matter what. You just have to like adjust to, you know, sometimes you refocus depending on how much cash is involved. But yeah, I was doing Band Car, one of our other shows, down at the Spaceland thing. And like Eric from Hole was there. We had some cool guests. And then my roommate slash vice president was super drunk. And he was being a dick and like screaming, talking to the guy from the Kills out the window of the car. And I was like, McCubbin, we're doing a show here. And then I guess he got angry about that. So when we got back here, it was me, McCubbin, and Frank, who's one of the people watching right now.
Yeah.
When we got back here, he's like, thanks for making me look like an idiot in front of your new friends. Like, you're my new friend, McCubbin. I've known those people we were just with for 10 years. And then, like, we yelled at each other. He went in his room. And then I went in the bathroom, and he came out and started talking to Frank, like, sorry about that, Frank. If you want to hang out in my room. I was like, dude, Frank's not here to hang out with you in your room, McCubbin, like some baby in high school. And, like, he just kept talking and talking. And then I yelled, for once in your fucking life, McCubbin, shut the fuck up and go to your room. And then he started kicking the bathroom door, like 4 times really hard. This is a grown man.
Yeah.
I can only take so much. And so I threw the door open. I said, you want to fight a girl right now, McCubbin? And I walked out, and I accidentally, like, somehow I kicked this window out of this door here, and like that scared me, and so I stood there and I was like, whoa, and I looked up just in time to see him go, oh, and spit in my face.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, what a bitch. That's a bitch.
And so
Oh my God.
so I did a jumping punch thing,
Yeah.
and then he just started fighting me as if I was another man.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, he was,
He
like,
punched me in the
throwing-
face.
Oh my God, dude. What,
Yeah.
Wait, were other people there?
Frank was there, and Frank broke it up,
Um,
but like,
Dude, that guy's a piece of shit.
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and like I ended up getting in a few shots, but like no shot should have been thrown.
Yeah, no, especially not on his part. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
Like he wasn't even like a small guy.
dude.
It was crazy. I got a black eye from it, and then like
No, like,
no
nobody.
violence. Yeah. No violence on women if you're a man. And
Yeah.
it's crazy the reaction I got from some people was like, well, what'd you do? Like,
What?
like it was my fault.
Dude, people. That's when you know people are fucked up. Seriously.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, doesn't fucking matter
Exactly. Like,
at all.
even one of my girlfriends, I guess, was talking behind my back and saying, well, Annie's crazy. She punched him in the face first.
What a fucking idiot.
Like,
Oh my
that doesn't make it okay.
god. No.
So weird,
I love
society.
the prairie.
I know, the pretty kitty's awesome.
I don't know where her son is. Charlie had babies in my closet. and-
What?
Yeah,
This
we,
little baby kitty?
yeah.
Here?
Well, they're not babies.
Oh.
This one's like grown up, but he's always a baby in our eyes. I think he's a year old or
Yeah, sticking
2.
out.
He's officially the cutest cat I've ever seen in my life.
Aw.
But they hang out,
Like all
kiss
around
each
here?
other.
Aw.
Yeah, they're so disgustingly